maker, that mom with a laser here, and today I want to talk to you about making very simple sneeze guards. Let's face it, today we're living in a very different world and the need to keep things as sanitary as possible is through the roof. So in today's tutorial, I'm going to show you how you can make a pretty decent sized sneeze guard without having to have a really big laser bed. All you're going to need is acrylic and a pair of calipers. You all know I love to get my acrylic over at Cerulean Tides. So I gave my girl Amanda a call and I asked her if she could make a custom order for me. And of course, with a little bit of time, she was able to get me just what I needed. Once I had my acrylic, I was ready to go ahead and design my sneeze guard. It's really important to have your material on hand before you can do anything. You're going to want to get the exact measurement of the material you're working with in order to create a slotted stand that's going to fit on your material nice and snug. This is when a pair of calipers is going to be your best friend. Today I'm working with 1/8 of an inch clear acrylic, so I'm going to take my calipers and get the exact measurement. My calipers are reading 0.11 inches, so I'm going to take that measurement, adjust for kerf, and then go ahead and troubleshoot and create a slotted stand for my shield.
To create a slotted stand, the first thing we need to do is draw a circle. Now, I don't know if there's a perfect formula to figure out what size to make your slotted stand, but I started with 5 inches and it worked really well, so I stuck with it. Now I need to cut the circle in half, and to do that, I'm going to create a rectangle that is half the width of my circle, so it's going to be 2.5 inches tall. Then I'm going to use the snapping feature to connect my rectangle to the bottom of my circle so that they align perfectly on the bottom. And now I can select my circle and then my rectangle and use my favorite feature, subtract one shape from the other. The last step is to create a slot that I can slide the acrylic sheet into. So I'm going to draw another rectangle and adjust the width. Thanks to my calipers, I know that my material is exactly 0.11 inches. So I'm going to take that measurement and adjust for kerf, which is the material I'm going to lose from the laser beam cutting through the material. Because I want this slotted stand to fit nice and snug on the shield, I'm going to go ahead and adjust the width to 0.10 instead of 0.11 and hope that that fits just right. Now the very last thing I need to do is create this slot. So I'm going to make sure that my rectangle is centered on my semicircle and then adjust the height of the rectangle. And this is honestly just kind of a guessing game. You want it to be long enough that it will hold the shield, but not too low that it's too shallow and will crack. That looks pretty good to me. I'm going to make sure it's centered one last time, and then I'm going to use that favorite tool of mine and subtract one shape from another again. And voila! We have a slotted stand. So I'm going to go ahead and run a test cut and make sure that it fits just the way I want it to, and then run the rest of my job. Fortunately, my slotted stand was perfect, so now I'm going to go ahead and duplicate a bunch of them using the array feature to easily set up my cuts. Thank you, laser buddies, for those of you who have been following my channel and realized I didn't know about this when I made my pencil jig. I love that you guys have my back. Now it's time to go make those cuts.
That's it for today, guys. A very simple slotted stand design that you can create without needing to have a really big laser bed. I hope you found today's tutorial helpful. Don't forget to follow me on either Instagram or YouTube if you don't already, and I'll see you here next time over at That Mom with a Laser.